Welcome back to another episode of the DPCast. I am Paul.
And I'm Dan McDaddy.
And this is episode 27 coming to your listening ears. And we are back to give you all the juiciness that we give you each and every week. But before we normally do that, we like to give you a little bit of
What's new with you?
So Dan.
Yeah. What's news with me?
That is, what is new with you, buddy pal?
What is new with me? Well, I know what's new with you as well.
What's that?
Because we did the What's New with Us together all night long on Sunday night. Was it Sunday night?
That sounds rather kinky, but at the same time as well.
Yeah.
No, it's Saturday
it was
night,
Saturday. It's Saturday night, yes. We stayed up all night.
Oh,
and,
yes.
Yeah.
We ended up
It's a
watching...
bit anticlimactic, if I'm honest, Paul.
Yes, it is.
But we did it. We did it all night. You know, we decided we're probably not going to do it again. You know, because thought it wasn't that great.
Dan, I think you need to lead him into what the hell is going on.
Yeah,
because literally now he's starting to sound sketchy as hell.
We were experimenting. No, tell him, Paul.
Right, what he means by experimenting, we watched boxing for the first time. Well, not me, but Dan. And the other aspect is Dan was over my house until about 6:30 in the morning, basically waiting to watch the McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. And what a lethargic fight that was.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed it for the first few minutes or so. The first couple of rounds. I thought, it was quite interesting, this. But then I started to see how snobby and biased the boxing world is. It's
and disrespectful.
It's like even from the moment the referees giving the whole spiel before the fight, "Oh, a nice clean fight," that kind of jargon. And he's just pointing it directly towards McGregor. And there's bloody Mayweather in the back doing fucking monkey faces. It's like...
Yeah. Oh, genuinely, to me, it literally was like blasé. I found it very patronising towards McGregor. I found elements of the match very piss poor. I expected McGregor to do a lot more than what he did. I felt like he should have come a little more bull to a gate in the first 3 rounds, and he might have actually had a dominating factor against him if he did that. Yeah. I just felt like he played into Mayweather's hands all the way through it. What just doesn't feel like McGregor style, but the guy walked out to there with nearly £100 million. So, the guy was
on his face at the end. So.
The guy was homeless only 10 years ago. So literally, now he's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Friggin', there's a lovely story behind McGregor. Friggin', I was reading before coming onto the podcast that his wife he's with was the wife who literally seen him on the streets whilst he was homeless, fed him each and every day. They fell in love, and the rest is history. And kind of went from there when he became a plumber, and now he's a UFC champion.
Yeah, I like McGregor, not as just a UFC fighter, just as a person. It's like you can tell. I think I was watching some YouTube videos on him, and all the shit he gives before a fight and all that.
Yeah,
it's funny, and you think, what a cock.
Totally.
But it's entertainment. But then after a fight, then when say if he's lost a fight and stuff, there's a whole reel of if you hate Conor McGregor, watch this video, and there's so many little things that he does, and like after a fight, if he's lost, he's very humble about it. He's like, I lost, I learned a lesson, and all that, and he's not a total douche about it. Like he lost this fight, took it much better than Daniel Cormier did.
Yeah. That was so funny when you did that. Literally, it's like at this point it's about 6 o'clock in the morning, and both of us I wouldn't say flagging. We were actually very much awake, but at the same time as well. All right, out of nowhere, I'm there going, God, this match is a bit blah. And then, oh my God, you made me fucking laugh. I nearly woke up the neighbours. Is when you literally went, well, at least he took it better than Daniel Cormier, who may as well as a UFC fighter who got knocked out, and reacted in the manner of, I got knocked out. And Dan just pulled that out of nowhere. Honest to God, I was crying laughing. Honest to God, I thought I was going to piss my pants. Freaking literally,
I got that baby cry of Daniel Cormier burnt into my my irises forever. It's just like it's there. It's just. It's like that's not really a way to take a loss,
No.
Have some dignity, man.
Yeah, it was a bit like, God damn it, dude, freaking. You watched a big black dude freaking literally like, you're like,
Yeah, pretty much. He beat me twice. This is no challenge.
so when you pulled that off and he goes, well, at least McGregor didn't cry after you got knocked out.
Well, it's exactly that. He's smiling. He's happy afterwards. He goes and have a little chat with Mayweather, and it's all good sportsmanship. I like it. You can be a dick all you want before a fight, I think, but what you do afterwards, I think, is what's admirable.
What else you been up to, buddy boy? Friggin', I know your week's normally more expansive than my one is. Friggin'.
Oh, good lord. Been doing more rehearsals. That's been non-stop, pretty much. Working. That's been non-stop too. So I've been juggling rehearsals and work around. So.
Do you want to give us a quick update on the actual plays you put still in?
Yeah, it's still the same. Not much to update, really. We're still doing it. Next couple of weeks. Next Thursday, Friday is the Singy show, which is a review full of songs and stuff. So that's getting close, and it's getting pretty intense. It's time to learn the words. That's what I tend to do is, if I don't know the words, it's like 525,600 minutes. 500 520.
So how long can you get away with just lip syncing?
Not very long, because I'm quite tall. I stick out like a sore thumb, so they can see me. Like the shorter people can hide behind the person in front of them, so it's not too bad. They can go 525,000. Fucking sticking out like I can't duck. They'll know I'm trying to hide the fact that I haven't learnt my words. Oh, 2 seconds, Paul. 2 seconds. Christ.
No worries.
Oh, damn! I just had a really itchy ear. Oh, that's better. God, that's
Classic Dan. Classic Dan. That is freaking literally.
Oh, it's right in. Have you ever had like a chronic itch where it's just like all of a sudden it just comes all of a sudden, and then it's like, oh fuck, that's gonna need scratching. There's no denying this one. Right under their headset too. Oof.
Well, to be honest, we had a couple of people who listen to us, and that's Steph and Ben, who's one of our major fans of the show. And obviously last week they give us our next topic, didn't they? They give us our next topic to the if statement. Well, I really can't wait for that one, to be honest, because that was a really interesting topic. What could go in multiple directions. But lo and behold, Ben then literally messaged me on the side and then had a chat to me about, he goes, you pulled out your Game Boy selfie, didn't you? Now, he stated then another one of a Game Boy, the Sega Mega Drive, something he mentioned. And it was something on that. And I was literally like, oh my God, I haven't heard that name in ages.
What, Sega Mega Drive?
No, there was a Sega Mega Drive piece that came off it. Oh my God, the name's escaping me right now.
Oh, is it the Genesis or something?
No. There's, do you know, like, obviously the Game Boy had the selfie, like the camera thing. The Sega Mega Drive, I think it was the Sega Mega Drive, had something coming off that too. I wish I could double check this, because naturally, I don't know if I can record and check my WhatsApp at the same time. This is going to be intriguing.
Oh, if you cut off, then I'll keep the listeners going for a bit. And,
we'll soon find out. So let's
and he's still here.
Let's
still rocking.
I'm still recording, so this is very interesting, you guys. Let's go to more apps. Let's see if I can actually get into my phone while still recording. This is actually quite entertaining. WhatsApp. Right. We will find out exactly what he was on about now. Right, let's go back up here. This is stuff I should have massively prepped on. Right there, and let's have a look here. How do you know about the Game Boys? The Sega Game Gear with the TV cartridge.
Oh, is that the thing that ran out of batteries before you can even finish the game?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
It looked legit when you saw it in the catalogue and stuff on the advertisements and stuff like that. It's like, wow, look at that. It's like Sega handheld, like a Game Boy Sega. But my friend had one, and he said you can't even finish a game in it because the batteries go dead.
Oh, never.
Yeah.
No, I
Unless
remember.
using
I
cheap
just don't
batteries,
remember. I just don't remember having, actually having it. You know what I mean?
No, I never had one, but I remember it was out there. Yeah, I know my friend was a bit of a douche, so he's probably using cheap batteries. So yeah. Oh, don't work. They're not that long. Well, if you're using Aldi specials, then
Aldi specials. That says a lot,
Aldi's
doesn't
have come
it?
along since. No, sorry. What's the name? Hyper Value. That was the.
Oh my God! Do you remember Hypervalue? Oh, Hypervalue was the
good
balls.
Lord, that was the hype. That was the dog's bollocks of crap that breaks not long after you take it out of the shop.
Isn't
Sometimes
it?
in the shop.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with more. Genuinely, it was one of the places you always go, January sales. We've got to go to Hypervalue, and you're like. And you're like, okay, let's go Hypervalue. And next you come out and they're like a fucking shitload of shit. And literally, like, you look at it and go, it's all broken.
Yeah,
I haven't even made it to the car.
yeah, exactly. And the bloody chocolate that they sold would probably contain asbestos. And,
Oh, good times, man. That was good times. I
remember
miss that
I
Value.
nearly got decapitated by a fan from there once. You know, one of those little handheld ones.
Yes.
I was like, I was in the living room. It was like, it's like, what the? Blades bounced around the room. I was like, ooh.
Well, Dan, on my week,
Yes,
I'm
how has
just
your
trying
week
to-
been? I'm so selfish.
Yeah.
So terribly
Freaking-
selfish.
no, freaking, just more the point, my week has been quite blasé, freaking compared to the McGregor fight. I think that's about it I've done. In between, like, obviously going Pokemon hunting, I'm still on the mission to collect every Pokemon.
Yes.
Because, you know, I'm a Pokemon master, bitch. But at the same time as well, like, all the, you know, I go around all the crew that we have around here. Fuck, that sounds like we've got a motorbike club, doesn't it? Forget it here. Well, all the crew, we go round, see? We go round and collecting the Pokemons.
You do
We can-
drive-by poker shots or whatever you
Po-
do with Pokemon.
We go round and we lob some Pokeballs and stuff, see? We also
Yeah.
do a drive-by. Freaking, it's not right, but, you know, it does it, you know.
It's a bit strange. It's a bit annoying. You keep coming to my house to do it. Like, every
What?
flipping afternoon, like, ding, 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 on my bedroom window. And there's you and your bloody little moped going,
Dan, that's not me.
Is it not? Oh. Oh. Oh, I must have been mistaken. Yeah.
That's the paedophile down the road. No. Oh!
Oh. Ooh. Well, I'm flipping 29. I don't know what he sees in me.
Come over here, little boy.
Get your ass back here.
But otherwise, freaking, I haven't done much this week, genuine. Do you know, like,
Ooh, I'll tell you something else we did. We watched Guardians 2.
oh,
Guardians
God,
of the
yeah,
Galaxy.
freaking. Do you know what, Dan? I totally forgot about Thursday. Freaking, it was Thursday we did, didn't we? And do
Thursday,
you know what, right? We had one hell of a cracking night. We had Old Man Hypothetical. Freaking, me and Dan freaking came over, recorded some hypothets, freaking to get pre-prepped. And we had lovely food.
We did.
And then, literally getting ready then to have, what's it called? We watched Guardians of the Galaxy, that I've watched for the second time. And you enjoyed it, didn't you?
I thought it was very, very good. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I can't say I love it, but I really, really enjoyed it.
I was, I don't know. It was a tad bit better than I watched in cinema, but it still was my blasé with me. Very blasé.
I will say the bits with Star-Lord
Yeah.
were boring as dick. They're very,
Yeah.
very boring. Up until the end, when it turns out... I'm not going to... Well, what turns out. I'm not going to spoil it. But...
Yeah, spoiler merchant.
it was the first half of the film with him was boring, but the rest of the film around those scenes were great.
Do you know what?
Was super.
Do you know what, Dan? I don't want to go too much into it now, right? Because I actually fancy doing a spoiler cast about this in the coming weeks. And I actually wouldn't mind getting on one or two people that I know really could tell us different. And I kind of wouldn't mind that. So I say we're going to put down a full stop there. And the reason for that is that I'm going to plug up the biggest podcast you're ever going to listen to, and that is us. Because we are the DPCast. And if you want to listen to all our juicy goodness, that is going to be on iTunes, SoundCloud, and pretty much all Android podcast apps by just searching the DPCast. Now, if you want to listen to us on the actual day that we post up to, you need to go on our Twitter page and sometimes on our Facebook page. That is at the exact same that is at DPcasters, capital D, capital P, capital C, ASTERS. And on Twitter, we naturally place it straight up. So if you want to listen to it straight away as it gets posted on, I think, mostly Wednesdays, isn't it, Dan?
Yes, usually the Wednesday evening in the UK, and in the US, it'll be around your afternoon, depending on where you live.
It'd be late Tuesday night, wouldn't it?
No.
Or
No,
Wednesday.
it'll be. I post it Wednesday night usually, and so.
So if it's
in
Wednesday
America,
night, it's going to be Wednesday morning for most people in the US coast.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So literally, if whatever way you listen to us, guys, please give us a like, give us a subscribe. Now, if you want to get us on another platform, that is YouTube. We've put up all our podcasts onto YouTube thanks to the generosity of Dan, who literally does it each and every week for us on that one as well. So just go up there, give us a sub, give us a like, give us a couple of views on that one. We'll be very much grateful. And if you want to get a hold of us and give us any questions, that's what Facebook's there for, and the Twitter. Lob it to us. We lob it into our What's New With You, and we'd love to have some feedback of our viewers. And
I'm still
listeners.
waiting for the bra size answer, folks. Come on now. It's been 2 weeks.
But to be honest, I think it's time to get into the old man himself, because I think he's at our door.
Welcome to the world of the hypothetical, where the only limitations are your imagination. You have a split personality. This split personality only comes out at night once you've gone to bed. You find that as you sleep, this split personality goes out into the night and becomes a vigilante. What do? Do you continue knowing that you have this split personality and that he's a vigilante, protecting people from minor crimes? Or do you seek help, fearing that one day your split personality could end you in hot water?
So Dan, old man hypothetical is back in the room with us.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gone anyway. So, old man, your question was, if we had a alter ego slash, well, what is it again, Dan? Was it the vigilante, innit?
Vigilante.
That would go out when we sleep, but would cause mayhem, and possibly might help people. I don't know.
He's doing a face.
Yes, once again, you've misinterpreted what I said less than 20 seconds ago. He doesn't go out and cause mayhem. He goes out and acts as a vigilante. He goes out and tries to solve minor crimes, help the community, etc., etc. He doesn't cause mayhem.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul, come on, pay attention.
What? Because I'm the only guy who doesn't.
All right.
And I wasn't talking about you, Dan.
I'm getting annoyed. Answer the bloody question.
Okay, so...
So, what are you going to go at, Dan? Because literally, I'm thinking...
First of all, are we affected? Do we lose the value of sleep while our alter ego or our split personality self is out and about?
No, you're completely unaffected when you wake up.
Okay.
You feel fine, refreshed.
Oh, well, in that case, I think I might keep him.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of maybe just trying to kill mine off, because just to play devil's advocate to an element, but because I wouldn't mind keeping mine, but at the same time as well, it makes no fun freaking both of us doing it. But at the same time as well, put me in this now. I'm gonna try and kill my guy off, because if he goes out at night and he goes out, freaking trying to think he's a split personality, me off there, I'd have to try and find a way to maybe boot trap him, so just so he's out of my way, I can go to sleep, nice sleep, wake up in the morning, Wait.
Excuse me, Paul, I'm just picking up on something you're saying there. You want to booby trap him?
Yeah, put an actual booby in a trap.
Could you explain why you want to...
Back in the net.
Why would you want to set a booby trap?
Well, he likes porn, doesn't he?
So it's basically just you sleepwalking.
Shh, Dan. Oh, Man Hypothetical is getting annoyed at me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I like it when he gets annoyed. It makes me rub my boobies.
Oh, I don't like it when he looks at me like that. All right.
Paul, I don't think you understand how a split personality works. If you set a booby trap to try and catch him, you are catching yourself.
God damn it, you got a point. Shit the bed. This feels a little bit like the last time when you were when I said I needed a tent in a place I was going to die.
What?
Do you remember the last hypothetical they called me out on? Because I said I was going to get sucked off by the end of it because I asked for a tent in a place I was going to die.
Oh, yeah. That's right, yeah.
It wasn't quite that. It was a place where you didn't need sleep. Therefore, why would you need a tent?
Or shelter from the elements.
And then I asked it for a prostitute, so I got sucked off. But this time I asked to kill my alter ego off, or my the guy who goes off and causes shit in the night.
Yeah.
The person that goes off and fights crime in the night is using your body. If you get caught in a trap, then you are trapping yourself.
But it's a trap of boobies, though. I'm only shitting with you, old man. Friggin'.
Really, it doesn't sound
How
that
come he
way.
keeps looking at me every time you do something? It's like, it's not my
It
fault.
makes it more fun. Friggin'.
I'm trying to prompt a better answer out of somebody, because obviously Paul is giving us bullshit this week. Daniel, what do you think?
Well, seeing as I sleep in the day, because I work night shifts most of the time, then technically my alter ego, my split personality, would be walking around in the day. So he wouldn't be a vigilante of the night. He would be a vigilante of the day. So I'm thinking, he'd have to be one of these people who hides in plain sight. So, yeah. So I'm guessing that this is a completely different personality, different to me, myself now.
Correct.
So, I'm guessing I have to make I need to see this vigilante now. I'm gonna have to make him up now. He's gonna have to. Okay, so I imagine he's gonna have greased back hair. He's gonna have a handlebar moustache. Yeah, I wear glasses, so he's gonna have contact lenses with blue eyes. I got brown eyes, so he's gonna have blue contact lenses in
But you look like, like as if Jesus was Batman.
with a handlebar moustache and
Okay,
greased back hair.
I get it.
Short hair. Yeah.
Throw back there, but I get it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, you slipped that in there. You slipped that in there.
Freaking, I slipped it in like cornbread into a sandwich.
I still believe that. People. Jesus in Batman. The evidence is there. And I'm sure it's in the missing pages of the Bible. Anyway, I'm being glared at. It's a very deathly stare, Paul.
Genuine. I'm starting to think, guys. Do you know if I placed a booby trap for my the other guy, could he set one for me? Questions, you boys. Freaking, even though freaking old man has told me to go to stick up my ass and turn it sideways, freaking, I'm still thinking how a booby trap could I set up for myself, but he could set it up for me. It's a different guy, guys. Let's think about it like this.
What if he found some way to suppress you?
Suppress me?
As if, like, not depress you, suppress you. As in, like, lobotomize a part of his brain containing you.
Oh.
He'd be a very villainous. Actually, no, I wouldn't
he'd be
vigilante,
interesting.
He'd just be a villain.
Maybe it'd actually make a lot of people happier.
So he could work around the clock.
What if he became? Yeah, but maybe think about this now, right? Do you know what I mean by the booby trap now? What if he, like, set up? For argument's sake, now I'm gonna put a hypothetical in a hypothetical here, right? Freaking old man, don't scrutinize me for this one. What if I took tablets every day, right? Something that literally calms me down, okay? But if this guy going out at night, he knows it's me, right? It's me going out on this night. It's just, yeah. What if he just slipped a couple of sleeping tablets into this thing, so I sleep for a lot longer than I should do? Could this guy keep me out long enough to become me?
I lost you there.
Well, if I'm asleep, this guy becomes me out in the wild, doesn't he?
He is you in your body. He is
Yes.
him in your body.
But that's only when I'm asleep.
Yes.
Yes. What if I kept myself asleep for so long? Wouldn't this guy be the vigilante all the time if you could get me asleep for longevities of the period of time? Like normal
Oh,
sleep
you mean
pattern.
if he was trying to kill you off kind of thing?
Yeah.
Ah.
Like he could literally try to eliminate me for longer periods of time.
Depends. If the drug that's making you sleep is in his system as well, then technically.
Would it be though? Because all he's trying to do is make me sleep.
You share the same body, therefore you share the same physiology. If you are sleepy, then he is sleepy.
Yeah, but he's trying to make me sleep. He only comes active when I sleep.
You know what, Paul? I'm starting to agree with you. Maybe this split personality could come out more. Obviously, he's using more brain cells than you are. Anyway, getting back to the question at hand, would you try and keep him or would you try and suppress him?
Okay,
and
I
get rid of
finished.
him?
I
Still trying to kill mine.
Okay, well, Paul's been thinking of ways for his personality alter ego to kill him instead of the other way around. I've actually thought about what mine is. Okay, mine is, he's a businessman who infiltrates corrupt businesses and reveals their corrupt ways and their basically tax evading nonsense and theft and all this nonsense. Basically, he sneaks his way in because he's such a cool businessman. He gets in there. He's got a John Wick look about him. You know, nice suit and all that, tie. And he's got 2 guns in his holsters. You know, what's that thing that James Bond wears? You know, policeman in there. What's it called? The holsters?
The holsters, yeah.
Yeah, the thing that straps around you. He's got those underneath his jacket. And, you know, sometimes he infiltrates a really, really bad company. And they got minions and henchmen and stuff like that. So he's got to fight his way out and all that. So it's really cool. So and his name's going to be the Broker.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Daniel, obviously the question wasn't simple enough for you. Would you get rid of him, yes or no?
So I'd be aware of him?
Yes. You'd obviously hear about him eventually. You found out about him, otherwise
I
you
saw the
would...
newspaper, the Broker strikes again. That's me.
Dan, I think we found out why he's bald. He's only had 6 episodes with us and he's pulling his hair out.
That's true. Starting to look a bit like an egg there.
Yes, I wonder why.
Okay, I'm going to assume that when I dream, I'm dreaming what my split personality is doing. So, I made this hypothetically, which is the hypothetical. I mean, I would enjoy these dreams of what he gets up to, so I would probably enjoy the action that occurs, and I'd probably enjoy it. And eventually I'd become aware of him and realize what good he's doing. So I think I would keep him, and maybe in some way find a way to actually communicate with him through some way, shape.
I just tried that. I tried putting boobies in a trap for him.
Yeah, but there might be a way to access the part of the brain where my split personality is kept or functions.
Hey, he's already lost his shit to me. Generally,
like
he's
Gollum does
gonna
it.
fuck you up now.
Gollum does it. He speaks to himself full on, you know. He's having a full-blown conversation and arguments with himself. You know, why can't I? What if I don't like him? Then I'd have to kill him.
Oh man, freaking! Now you're starting to regret my booby traps, aren't you?
No, I'm not going to overcomplicate. I'm going to keep him. I'm going to explore the situation because it's going to be such an amazing thing. I like the abnormal, so I'm going to explore this and see where it goes. So yes,
I'm still keeping my booby traps, didn't I?
Yeah, booby traps. Yeah.
I'm going to put Paul into a trap and then
It's just a tip mag in one of those things in those snare traps that catch bunny rabbits. Ooh!
From the way this conversation is going, I believe that you could put jelly beans underneath a box and you'd still catch yourself.
Has it got boobs under though?
I think Harry Potter.
Does it really need boobs?
Well, it'd be a booby trap there, isn't it?
You know, watching the Goonies, I actually thought the booby. I was expecting boobies. I was thought, why is it called booby trap? What is a booby anyway? It's seen in cartoons too, like boobs in the woods. What's that all about? What is a boob? Not tit boys.
A boob is a moron.
Is it?
Yes.
Basically, Paul. It is a booby trap.
Hey, you know, people grab their names.
Paul's a boob.
I have a pair of boobs.
And it's a booby trap. It's a Paul trap.
You guys are so rude.
So rude. my Stallone's office game today.
So moving swiftly on. Daniel, you would like to keep your alter ego and see where things went.
Yes.
Paul, you would try and kill yourself.
With a pair of boobs.
Somehow with boobs. I
Be
think
booby
that's
trap without
enough.
boobs. Do.
I think I have enough information from there.
So, thank you.
Yes, I believe it's time for me to leave.
Oh, well, thank you very much for the trout. It's very nice of you. How was the fishing trip?
After this episode, I believe I need another one.
Okay. Yes,
So see you next week, yeah? Yeah? We have fun. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. You love us, really. We're seeing you next week. Anyways, guys, freaking, and on to our next segment.
You want to talk about movies? I know a guy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now landing at Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you for traveling with DPCast Airways.
And Will, welcome back to another episode of Film Snob Reviews.
I'm back. Hello, everybody out there.
Hello.
So,
Dan,
Welcome back, sir.
Dan Paul.
Hello there.
Hey. All right. So,
it has literally been another month of not having Will with us, and to be honest, we were missing you last week by freaking, because it's nice to have you like at the end of a month and sort of having you in your own little segment that you have with us, like, and it was sort of like it felt a little off in the damn freaking. We went off for a couple of weeks, and we're like, oh, we'll have Will next week, and we're like, Will's lost internet.
yeah,
Shit.
I had
Had
some connection issues, but hey, it's still the end of the month technically. It's still the 28th of August.
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we were all sad hulking over here, you know, like do. Will's not here, and the old man hypothetical that ditched us as well. So last week, so
Yeah, oh man, hypothetical and fucking fishing.
yeah, sod. He came back this week. Scary guy. In the chills. Anyway,
My internet is actually better than it was before. So,
I noticed you're coming through a lot
Nice.
smoother.
What is your?
yeah.
Yeah, you are. Secondly, freaking, how much are you down there? Like, how much is megabyte
It's
down?
100
I gotta ask.
100 megabytes.
That's filth.
Yeah.
Just,
That's absolute filth.
you're greedy, Will.
Like,
it's just
the best
greedy.
way. Like, literally. It's like, over here, we got, like, I'm thinking I run on 40 meg down.
Really?
That's
I've got
the
100
highest.
meg,
I'm
and
on
so
fiber.
my PlayStation currently runs at 38 meg by itself.
That's
Yeah,
filth.
I think we're on about 40. here.
Absolute
I
filth.
am anyway.
Yeah, but then you got to realize it gets diluted
Yeah.
by everything that you put on it.
Yeah, that's true. Let's have a
That's
look
true.
at my little internet tester doodah here.
Yeah,
You guys chat for a second. While
Of course.
I,
So
yeah.
I'm sure that you guys all know how it works, but for new people who are going to watch this is how it works here when I'm on the show. I take movies from each streaming service and I pick one film, and I make these two guys watch it if they get a chance to. We discuss them, and of course,
Yep.
we recommend that you do it too. While I'm here, I will use this as a plug. You can check all of our stuff on Vocal. Vocal.com is a article sharing place where you can actually send people gifts if you enjoy their work. I would like to send a shout out to Natasha, who sent us $5 for just for doing our Defenders review. We appreciate your donation.
Fantastic.
And you guys can reach us over there. Feel free to give us money. I like money.
Yeah.
We do accept Bitcoin.
And on top
Bling
of that,
bling dalla dalla.
top of that as well, guys. May as well, if I will link this on our Twitter page as well, just in case you haven't got any other information there. We will be linking it in Twitter. We will be plugging it a bit more on the podcast near the very end. And on top of that as well, if there's any other platforms we can lob it on, even in the description on our YouTube videos, we will have it there for you as well, guys, all right? So we will have it in multiple platforms so you can get a hold of Will's work. It's fantastic.
And of course,
work.
Patreon.
Like, we genuinely advise
Patreon,
it.
of course. We need more
Yes.
people on that, and of course, for me to be able to
agree.
give you guys more information and to be able to see more films and give you guys more suggestions and just keep growing this
Yeah.
thing, I do need money.
He does shit top work, guys. He does shit top
Yeah.
work. Genuinely, you really need to check out this guy. He's everything that he says on you is all stuff that he's done on his
And-
own back, and it's.
And now I
amazing
have
work
more
he does.
help because we just got 3 writers. We even got a guy in your neck of the woods, gentlemen. He lives down there in England. He's from the England, not Wales, unfortunately.
Oh, scum! All right.
Yeah. So shout out to Lee, who's doing great work over there in the UK, and then our other writers, Chris, Christian, also all doing good work. And of course, we also have a Paul on our team as well. That's not you, Paul. It's another Paul.
You gotta have a Paul on your team. Freaking Paul makes the
one Paul to rule them all.
And in the darkness bind them.
Yes.
Don't you get me started on the Lord of the Rings, okay?
Okay.
Don't you get me
I love the Lord of the Rings.
I love the Lord of the Rings. Don't you get me started on
Oh, goddamn.
that. It's too good.
Hey, we got him started on Star Wars at one point, and literally he started going into biblical terms with us, right?
That's true. It did happen, didn't
Everyone should listen to that podcast. That was an amazing podcast from May that we did. Star Wars exclusive.
It really was.
I do believe I got owned because I decided to go with the Jedi.
Yeah, Sith are better.
I don't even think you got owned by it. You got pooned.
Just come.
I got pooned.
Order 66 was definitely in order there.
It was indeed, yes. And
The only-
mostly on Dan's.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
The only Jedi was extrapolated out of here. So there you go.
Yeah.
So let's get this started, gentlemen, and I guess we'll start with the trailer that for this month is the trailer for Darren Aronofsky's Mother. I know, Dan, you just watched it, so let's hear what you think first.
Just watched. I thought it looks pretty. Well, judging by, I don't know, I didn't make this connection that he did Black Swan as well. Very psychological film. What the hell happened there?
Brain freeze.
I got a brain fart. Psychological film, and yeah, I kind of like the look of it. It starts off pretty. It's got that aura. Something's up. It's got that kind of dark.
So,
but then,
because naturally, I didn't realize as well that he has the wrestler as well, doesn't he? Like he's built. Yeah, he's done a couple of these movies like The Wrestler, and I think Will was describing to us of like how much these movies do peel away. And again, you don't notice in the movie; they do it so subtly. They must probably you don't notice so much. And as I said, it's a very like all these movies have been quite interesting. So with Dan just watching it now, just say, is there like what is it like actually about?
I have no idea if I'm completely honest.
And that's what I like about the trailer. You don't know what the thing is about, but from what I gather, it's Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem seem to be a couple in this movie, and they invite people into their home, and those people are more sinister than we are initially thought to be.
Okay.
It looks like it's going to be horror thriller, but if you look at Aronofsky's filmography, most of his movies are. Requiem for a Dream starts out as a simple drug movie, but turns into a horrible nightmare. When we see the effects of the drugs on people. The Wrestler, to an extent, is a horror film about the dangers of fame, about the dangers of being a professional wrestler and substance abuse. Abandonment issues with his daughter, abandonment issues of him dealing with not having a family. It's a horror movie. The Fountain is a horror movie. All of Aronofsky's movies tend to have this Hitchcockian vibe to them, and I think that's very, very cool. And I mentioned this a little bit, but I'll go a little bit further into this. He's a big fan of Aronofsky, of Satoshi Kon's 1997 anime Perfect Blue, so much so that he owns the rights and used 2 of the shots in that movie in Requiem for a Dream. So my Requiem fans out there can check that out, and you'll be able to see one of them is a scene where Jared Leto is in the bathtub, and it's shot straight from above. It's taken directly out of there, so... I'm very excited for this movie. It comes out in a little over a month or 2. I think it's mid-September.
Okay.
It wasn't my pick.
Before you go any further than that, right? How do you actually feel about Jared Leto?
Oh, he's incredibly good.
Like
incredibly good.
I think he's great. He's.
I'm hit to miss on the dude. The reason why I'm asking that, I am very hit to miss on this dude. Like I'm just not the Joker. Obviously, the Joker gives him a bad persona between a lot of fans. Between DC and film organizations, but the same time as well is that I don't know. I'm hit to miss on this dude because he's from the band 30 Seconds from Mars.
Yes, but he was an actor first.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah, he was in American Psycho.
He was in Fight Club.
I don't know if and Fight Club. Yeah, he was Angel Face in Fight Club. Yeah, he was in a couple of things before.
He was in Lord of War.
I just
never saw that one.
It's actually a pretty good Nick Cage movie.
Just hit on.
Oh, okay. Wow, really? Before Nick Cage? Before he went into his current ways?
Yeah.
Even though it's quite entertaining.
It is. Oh,
Funny
God.
wise.
Oh God.
The pain.
He lives out here in Las Vegas.
I just don't.
Does he?
He's walking the streets somewhere
The
out
kid.
here. I hope to not have to run into him.
Oh,
I'm a man who doesn't hold opinions well. So
isn't it? Isn't
Oh, I see.
your shit?
what the fuck happened? That's what I would say.
And then he falls on the floor.
Sort out your fucking life.
And he would just be like,
Don't hurt it.
I needed the money, so I went ahead and just did a whole bunch of shit.
Don't hurt his feelings, though.
Been a
Will.
Ghost Rider.
Don't hurt his feelings. You know why?
Yeah.
He might burst into the pain.
Oh my God. I just,
Freaking just ask, just talk to him about Ghost Rider.
I wanna
please.
talk to him about
them
Wicker
movies
Man.
were abysmal.
I-
Oh fuck.
ugh.
There's a lot of movies that Nick Cage shouldn't be proud of.
Yeah.
That'll be alright. I found Ghost Rider to be a very fun film. I enjoyed that one, but the second one, don't talk to me.
You're the guy, huh?
Whoa, wait a minute. Stop that. Reverse it.
I
What?
enjoyed Ghost Rider.
Get
I
out of
thought it
here.
was fun.
Oh, get out of it. Get out of it.
I
Freaking-
thought it
that
was a fun
piss poor,
film.
this was.
I'm putting my foot down, standing my ground. I enjoyed
Oh,
Ghost Rider. The first
that was
one,
filth.
not the second.
filth.
There is a
Second
door
one
behind you. Go through it.
was the window. Do you want me
Yeah.
to use that?
Freaking-
You can jump out the window.
Number,
yes.
right. Number one was blasé. Number two, I fell asleep 10 minutes
Me
into
too.
it because it was just abysmal.
Me too. Me too.
Number two
The second
was
one I just
abysmal.
deliberately fell asleep through. I think because I thought I'm quite tired, and this film's poo. I'm gonna go to sleep. So.
It's offensive to the art of filmmaking.
Jenna.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's offensive to the Marvel industry.
Well, that was actually not Marvel Direct though. That was New Line Cinema.
Yeah.
Yes,
Shit, was
New
it?
Line Cinema owned Blade, Ghost Rider, and Daredevil.
Oh yeah.
All of which
Don't
are
Disney?
shit.
Don't. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Leave Ghost Rider out of it.
That's you can't take away.
Ghost
I'm Blade.
Rider.
I like Blade.
The
Jenna.
first one's good. The second, third one are
Blade.
terrible.
No, whoa, a minute. I love Blade. I love Blade 2. Blade 3 is where they lost me when they had Triple H in it.
I haven't seen that in such a long time.
Blade
But I
Trinity
think
is
it was
garbage.
it was the first time I saw
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds though, and back when I was younger, I thought he was the
Oh
dog
shit!
Bollock
Yeah, he
fan.
was in that too.
Interesting fact: he's the only person to do a non-Disney Marvel movie, a DC movie, and a Fox Marvel movie. The only thing he hasn't done yet is a
Oh my
proper
God, yeah.
Disney Marvel movie.
Well, he's stuck as
What I say, give him time.
Deadpool now, isn't he?
Yes, but that's Fox. So
That's fine
I-
with me
Yeah, but
because he's
at the same time as well is that giving time. I still say there's most probably something he can place his 2 pence into. I still think Disney for the final sequence of what's the name? The Infinity Gauntlet. Friggin' when the second part comes out, expect a Deadpool
won't
cameo.
happen. It won't happen.
Dude,
That's-
they never said thing wouldn't happen. What's it called? They never said
Here's the
Spider-Man would
thing.
come on to
Here's
Disney.
the thing.
Got
How many
Spider-Man.
bad Deadpool movies do we have? How many bad
Zero.
Spider-Man movies do we have? 3.
Oh, about
Yeah.
15.
There's your point. Until Deadpool is a failure, Fox is going to hold on to that beautiful, beautiful golden goose and make as much money off of him as possible. That's why Logan was rated R, which
True that.
thank fucking God, because Logan is incredible, as we talked about
that-
before on this show.
Oh, that.
oh yeah.
I still can't watch that movie without
Have
crying.
you watch it in
that
black and
movie
white?
is
You'll
just
definitely cry.
Beautiful.
Oh, I've got the noir version, which is the black and white version. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm looking forward to watching that.
It looks good.
I still want to see Mad Max in black and white. too.
Black and chrome, it's good. It's really good.
Black and chrome.
So moving on to our next film, because if we don't, we'll be on this subject
Yeah.
forever.
Oh, yeah,
From
totally.
Amazon,
Ghost Rider rules.
right? From Amazon here in the United States, we have a wonderful Jim Jarmusch film starring Adam Driver and I'm going to say her name correctly, Golshiste Farahani, Indian actress. It's called
Okay.
Patterson, and it's a really good slice of life character study on a bus driver in Patterson, New Jersey, whose first name also happens to be Patterson.
Oh, I
Okay.
see a link here.
Yes. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen Jim Jarmusch's movies, Dead Man or Only Lovers Left Alive, but he's a very slice of life director.
I haven't. No.
Who kind of just examines
Okay.
his subjects, and that's
Plain slice of life, as in like nothing much really happened, but it just describes life.
it's
that
it's
kind of
a
thing?
day in the life. Exactly. It's just meandering, sort of. Some could say it's meandering, but if you actually you're just watching someone live their existence, and these characters, they're not. I wouldn't say they're interesting because they're not anything but regular people. He and his wife, played by Golsith Farahani, are these young people. Patterson drives a bus, and she's an artist, and it's just them living their life, and it's so intriguing to watch someone else live their life like you're a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Now, see, I got time to watch the trailer of this. This is because isn't he he writes poems?
He's a poet too. He's a part-time poet. He loves to write poetry about his life and about specifically about the love he has for his wife. This is a man who doesn't even have a cell phone, and this takes place, modern times.
Oh.
Might as well, Dan, the guy who plays the actor this, please correct me if I'm wrong. He looked very familiar to me anyways. I think he's the guy who plays the new... what's his name? The one
He's
in the new
Kylo
Star
Ren.
Wars.
He is.
Oh, is it?
Kylo Ren,
Yes.
that's it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Also from
This
HBO.
is one film I wanted to see. I just didn't
Okay.
get... I apologize. Well, most of the list you gave us this week, this month, I didn't have time to get around to watching all of them.
It happens, but that's why we discuss it. It happens.
Yeah. Yeah, but this was one film I...
Shockingly enough, I watched it too.
Ah. Yeah, but this is one film I really wanted to
Rare.
see. It looked good.
I would
will
point people to Jarmusch's other work as well, because again, it's very even Only Lovers Left Alive, which is about two vampires who have been together for 600, 700 years. One of them played by Tilda Swinton, the other by what's his name? The guy who plays Loki.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know you got... I can't... His name is escaping
Mine
me.
too.
Wow.
It's just not there anymore right now. But they play two vampires, and one of the it's just them experiencing life, and Mia Wasikowska, who played Alice in Alice in Wonderland, is like Tilda Swinton's little sister or whatever, and it's really good. Check out Jarmusch as a director. He's so interesting and weird. I love that guy. He does a lot of music documentaries too.
I do love a good plod along film where nothing much happens. It just you kind of lose yourself into it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it sucks you in, and you're kind of in that life for an hour and a half, 2 hours, however long the film is. I love those kind of films.
And what platform was that?
That
on
was
again?
Amazon.
Amazon Prime. Now, may as well, guys, if anybody wanted to watch this movie still, it's on both sides of the pond. This is in America and it's out in the UK. That's how me and Dan were able to watch it. Such
Good to know.
Over here.
That is very good to know. Thank you, Paul, for that. That's good to know.
Yeah, no worries.
The next one.
Tom Hiddleston.
That's it, Tom Hiddleston. I knew it was Tom.
Go for something.
The next one we're going to talk about is from Hulu, and this one is called The Breakup Girl. This is a very, very small movie.
All right.
In fact, it only has 5 reviews on IMDb, and one of them is from yours truly.
Okay.
I tell you what, it's so small I couldn't find it anywhere. Apart from Hulu, which is not available here.
Yes, it will not. It's going to be a very hard film to find, but it's basically this woman. She's a writer in Los Angeles and an actress, and she's failing at both. She gets broken up with her boyfriend, and her father has a heart attack. So this all hits her at once. She's 29, so she feels like she's failing. I'm 29.
Okay.
I don't feel like I'm failing, and she feels like she's failing, and it's just her experiences. And then, if you guys have ever seen Reno 911 or The Goldbergs, Wendy McClellan-Covey is one of her older sisters. She is absolutely brilliant in this, and of course the lead actress is very good as well. But the lead actress is one of the girls from Westworld. If you saw Westworld.
Oh, I love Westworld.
I did indeed.
Shannon
Westworld's
Woodward is her name, and she's a dark-haired girl from Westworld. She was one of the techs for Jeremy Wright or whatever his name is.
I think I know you're talking about.
She played the lead.
Oh, I know you. She's quite the a little hottie.
She's an attractive woman. Yes, Shannon Woodward is.
Oh yes. Was she the one that went to one of the cabins and all that?
I don't remember. That show just kind of went in here and out of there. It's not Game of Thrones. I don't care.
Oh, it's fair enough. I haven't watched the last episode yet of that, so I'm going to watch it tonight. I can't wait.
We won't talk about that then, because I have
we will
thoughts
not
about
talk about that because I'm avoiding Facebook as we speak. So because I've already seen one post of someone going, "Wow."
Yeah.
And I was like, Nope.
Let me tell you something. That's one of the best hour and a half segments of television I've seen in a long time.
Oh, is it an hour and a half?
Yeah, it's like an hour 20.
Ooh,
yeah.
Yay. Oh, I love that. Yay.
I can proudly say I haven't watched this.
Oh, he's going to be that guy, Dan. He's gonna be that
Yeah.
guy. I've never seen
you're
her.
trying to be different, trying to be unique.
Get out of here.
Never got into the first season because Natcha never watched it, and it's extenuated from that point where I just haven't watched it from that stages. But let's not get away. When season 9 comes out, when it's completely over and done with, and there's not a single fucking other one coming out for it, I might go round and watch the full entire.
Hey, Dan, do you think he means
Might.
season 8?
I think you mean season 8, yeah.
He means season 8.
Yeah, but season 9. Yeah, season 9.
No.
8 you're on now, aren't
No,
you?
7. 7.
Is
Well,
it?
it's season 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because is it all right? Okay, so season 8's coming out in
6
in 2019.
episodes.
Oh, is it 6 now? I thought it was 7.
That's all that's left is 6 episodes.
Oh, man. Oh, well.
We've got
But
roughly,
it's going to be good. If it's anything like this season, which has been great.
we have 7.5 hours left in Westeros.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm sad.
Well, unless they make them longer episodes. to
Yeah, they might do
factor
that.
in.
HBO does whatever the
Yeah.
fuck they want.
I'm hoping they do. Just, it's like even though this season's been great, I feel like it has been put on fast forward a little bit.
Yes.
Like
it,
time has just been going.
it had to,
So-
but that's another discussion for another day.
Yeah, but it's been really good. I've really enjoyed it. So.
Yeah.
All right, and so this next film is brought to us by our good friends at Tubi TV. Those guys are awesome. They
great guys.
always do an amazing job
Yeah.
of plugging us. This one is called The Swell Season. I'm going to introduce you guys into this one. Have you guys seen the 2007 film Once?
I know you have talked about it before. I haven't seen it yet, though.
I haven't
I
seen
think
it either.
we talked
Okay.
about Swell Season a while ago, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit, yes. And have you seen Once yet, Paul?
I haven't. Not as far as I can recollect, anyways.
And you guys call yourself Europeans. It's one of the best film. It's one of the best films about being a busker that I've ever seen.
All right.
And this is the sequel, but it's not quite so much a sequel because it's actually a real life documentary based on the two people, Marketa Ergloba and Glenn Hansard,
Okay.
who were in Once, and they formed a band called The Swell Season. They go on tour with a fantastic band here from the United States called Iron and Wine.
Cool.
And it's their tour experiences. They fall in love. They fall out of love. They're on tour. It's basically a really cool exploration of what it's like to be a musician
Awesome.
on years of tour. And I would highly recommend it because the music is stellar.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Just stellar.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for it when we talked about it. I think it was the same episode we talked about a film that was coming out with what's his name from Everybody Loved Raymond.
Oh,
Yeah, Ray Romano.
Ray Romano. Yeah, it was. What was the name of that film again? Now
It's called The Big Sick, and
The
right
Big
now it's my
Sick.
number one film of the year. It's
I am
fantastic.
busting
Wow.
to see that film because the trailer was brilliant, and I really want to see it.
So it actually beats Logan
Yes.
with it, Will.
Yeah, well, Logan was already number two on the list before. It was because it was Get Out and then Logan, but now it's like The Big Sick, Get Out, Logan.
Now, to me, see, it literally was Logan was my number one. And it's hard to beat it this year. Nothing has come close to beating it, to be honest. And the King
Really?
Kong, I have to agree, that was nowhere even close to it. Nowhere even close.
It wouldn't even be in my top 20. It wasn't that good.
I think it would be my top 15, but again, I was not. It was a very good movie, but it was not as good as Logan. Like Logan made me cry. Like anything get me to that emotional
It's-
state. It's
It's
that's
so
something.
good.
Like,
Logan
so,
aside, I'd say maybe The Accountant. I love that film.
That's a 2016 movie here in the United States.
He actually is over here too. Sorry.
God damn it!
Okay,
Dan.
film.
I got you.
I know.
I got
Okay,
you.
films I've seen this year. Okay.
Quick aside while you're doing that, I just got word back from the thing we were talking about earlier.
Okay, yeah.
And the interview we're lining up,
Yeah.
they're talking tonight, and so I might have some more news for you tomorrow. I don't want to tell anybody anything about this until we have it locked in.
No.
And you guys can unveil it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
But the interview that we're trying to lock down, I just heard something right now, and that's why I was on my phone just now.
Nice.
So we may have more news tomorrow for all
That'd
of
be
the DPCast fans out there. It's going to be some cool stuff. Back to Dan.
Yeah. Now we will go into a little bit more description at the very end of this podcast. So just to keep you tuned to the very end, we won't give you all the logistics of it, but we will give you what will be occurring if it does throw down with us, and that is
Precisely.
we're all very excited for it. So we'll get more into that at the very end of this podcast now.
Yep. Yeah.
Back to Dan's top list of the year. What
Top
was your-
list. Oh, I'm on display again. Okay, Logan. What else have I seen this year? Oh, I really should have thought about this before bringing it up.
It's okay. We're gonna go into that later on a podcast towards the end of the year, anyways. So
Cool.
Don't worry about
That
it.
sounds good. That sounds good. Thank you so much. You saved my ass.
I already have I have an idea of what we're gonna do for that, anyway. So don't worry about
Nice.
Okay, cool.
it.
Will's already
So
thinking
our
ahead,
final
don't it?
film, our final streaming film of this year before we talk about the new release that comes out next month is a film that you guys both saw on Netflix
Yes.
called Before We Go, and it's directed by Chris Evans and stars Chris Evans and Alice Eve, who's an English actress.
Yes.
So I guess you know what, we never hear Paul's perspective on a film that he's actually seen. So let's let him go
Right,
first
okay.
and be wrong.
Let's see
Right.
the magical world of Paul's mind here. Let's.
I enjoyed this movie, right? This movie is very, very good. But it does have some very lethargic points in it. Like, the very start of it had me gripped. I loved the way that they set it up. Not Chris Hemsworth, it's Chris...
Evans.
Chris Evans. I knew there was a Chris there somewhere. Friggin' when he's in the like the subway and he's playing, I think it's his trumpet, isn't it?
Yep.
Trumpet.
Yeah, and literally it comes across and this beautiful blonde piece just walks past, and I love the setup. The setup's bang on. You know, she's obviously missed a train. There's a lot more behind her story. They're just peeling back the layers on her. Now, up until the point now, you're about 15 minutes into this movie, maybe even 20. You've got a very like he gets punched in the face. You know, there's a lot of going back and forth on these two characters. Then they lost me for 20 minutes. Now, may as well, it was losing me, but still I'm watching it, you know, blinked, you know, we're sort of like it's in the background. And then we get up to the point is where they're going into, he's talking about his ex. You know, I think it's his ex anyways, to what I can get a glimpse of, that she's pretty much with another bloke now. She's shocked to see him in this pub/restaurant kind of thing, and you know, it's you can tell you know, like there's a lot of tension with these two these two couples. I kind of like it. It was really nice because it set up more then with the girl that he'd kind of been plodding around with all night, and it showed like a more sexual tension with her when he started to really open up with her. And that was really awesome. I felt like that was a really nice setup then to lead to the guy that read palms, and you know, there was like more like a fortune teller. And Dan, maybe you can remember the quote, because I literally love the quote, and I've totally spaced on the quote that he stated when he's in there.
Something along the lines of every relationship has suffering. It's who you choose to suffer with.
I love that
Something
quote.
like that.
Yeah, it's nearly identical. As soon as you said it there, it was bang on. Honest to God, I loved it. When he stated that, it's such a lovely quote. I love quotes, freaking, and that was bang on the nail. So how every relationship runs. And here's where I start having more issues with it. No, they're in the room, they kiss, they get very romantic with each other, and they start realizing maybe this is wrong. But you can tell there's a sexual tension there between them. And then we get to the very end. Like, this stuff has happened in that hotel room. They've drawn on the back because she's a bit of an artist, and she loves, like, she knew this artist that literally used to draw behind paintings. And so they did it in one of their own hotel rooms they were in. What I loved, I thought that was an awesome piece to lob on to really homage back to the early part of the storyline. And when they did it, I was like, okay, that's awesome. Now show me the fucking picture. And then they didn't. They left it there. I thought, okay, they're toying with us here. They're cock teasing us. They're fucking licking the tip. They're going to give us a bit more later on down the line. And then we get to the railway, right? They get back to the subway. They do the phone call thing. What may as well have probably overlooked a little bit whilst I was talking there. But they're talking to each other. Motherfucker, they had me. They had me with that phone call. That phone call fucking had me in tears. Like, I was fucking welling up. And that's where I feel like I should have ended. Now, you either end it there, but they ended it in the points where they were on pretty much on their both separate paths. She looks at the receipt that she had from the hotel, and would you stay here again? And that's how it ends. And I felt like it needed more. I felt like it needed. I'm not on about like another 20 minutes. I'm on about another 5 minutes. This is all I needed on it. Right, was a monologue of them, not even a monologue, okay, just a momentum of them going towards her house. It's set up towards that she had a letter on the bed for her husband that she was pretty much leaving. I just wanted to go back to have like that bit of like, eruption. She leaves. She goes back to what was it? What was it in? Is it New York she was in? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. She was taking a train. She missed her 1:40 a.m. train from New York back to Boston.
That's it. Now, may as well. Now, I wish there was then her going back to New York, and they're both in the same hotel, and they're both at the reception desk asking for the same room, and then they go up there, and then the painting.
We'll go into that because we've discussed that before. I want to hear what this guy over here has to think.
Okay. Well, this is where we talked about this before, didn't we, Paul?
Yes.
But I deliberately did not talk about it anymore because I was saving it for the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I disagree with you about the ending. Because I love an ending that leaves it open to the imagination. I mean, you look at the card. Would you stay again? It doesn't turn around, but whatever is on the other side of that card is entirely in your mind. Whatever you want it to go, whatever you think it could go, is all in your head. And I love it when when films do that, because
I would agree.
If it puts a tidy little bow in it, that's it. That's the ending you've got.
I didn't feel like it had that tiny little bow though. Literally, I felt like it needed that extra pizzazz, like that extra little sprinkle on top. I just don't feel like it had that sprinkle on top. Like it didn't need that proper salt boy,
It's a bit of what's his name? Ainsley
the
Harriott
Salt Bay.
Salt Bay, yeah. Friggin', but at the same time,
the Salt Bay.
Friggin', I don't know. It just felt like if they ended on the phone call, that was a magnificent ending to it. I just felt like it didn't need to go on to the when they were on the ride home. Like if they ended it there and they just cut sequence, they had me. They fucking had me. And then literally they go on to the thing, and then she reads the letter, and it frustrated me. Like, to me, it didn't lead to the point of going, all right, like, whoa, what will happen next? I was more pissed that there wasn't something next. Because this is not going to be another film. You're not going to have, the number 2 version of this. This is Will educated me on this one. This is Chris Evans' first movie he directed. This is something that I wish there was just that something more, or cut it earlier. And I felt like if you cut it on that phone call while she's just going off into the distance, motherfucker, they would add me. I would have put easy 7 out of 10 for this movie.
Allow me to interject.
Yeah.
Because I know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And I totally get it. First, I'm going to give you a little background about the film. It was in production since 2008.
Shit.
Initially, and it was called 1:40 a.m.
Okay.
That's the time the train that she misses comes.
Yeah.
Of course, as I said, Chris Evans' directorial debut. With the script, I didn't like the script. It's very much a touch and go script.
Yes.
It has those beautiful moments like what you guys just talked about, but most of it's very like blasé cliche.
It is. Yeah.
That's all. Yes. That's Ron Bass's script right there. But the ending, I normally am not a fan of when indie films don't give you a clear direction.
Yeah.
But I thought that this ambiguous ending wasn't as ambiguous as you think it was, because they pointed all of the arrows at the same place. It was a big neon sign that said, "We're going this direction."
Yeah.
That phone call led to that. If you ended on the phone call, then you don't even know that her going back is an option. She leaves, and we would assume she's going back to her husband.
Yeah, but
if you ended on the phone
she's doing
call,
that anyways, isn't she? Like she's on the bus going home.
Right, but with that, would you stay again option? Now we're thinking, would she stay again?
Yeah.
Because she's not happy where she's at.
Oh hell no! No,
this has been developed through the whole movie.
Yeah.
That she's not happy.
Yeah.
You know, and
I
think that the crux of it was the wedding scene.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
it adds so much more. It's like it makes a kind of interesting little film in your own head. If it ended at the phone call, then it doesn't go much further than that in your head, kind of thing. Well, it could, but with the ending on the card, it's like, oh, what would she do after that? Is a whole different film after that, which you're not going to see, and I don't really want to see. But in my head, I can imagine.
It's like a hypothetical universe. I think me and you done the exact same done for Arrival. When we watched Arrival, it led so much more different answers and so many different hypotheticals and so much different places you could go on it. Even though it's a totally different movie, it still had that same diversity.
Oh, see, that's where we're going to disagree. Arrival went one place, and it was the place it should have gone, and that movie's brilliant.
That movie's phenomenal. Arrival is one of my... I wish, if you're going to lob it in my top 5 of all time, it's close to that. It's fucking inevitably close to it.
I cannot wait to talk about Blade Runner with you guys then, because that's the same director, Denis Villeneuve.
Ooh.
When is
Cannot
that?
wait to
When's
discuss
that coming
with
out
you.
as well?
Yeah.
October 25th.
Oh
here
my
in the
god,
United
that's
States?
really close to freaking Thor Ragnarok.
Yes, November 12th or 14th
Yeah.
for Ragnarok. So,
I gotta say, I think
different.
No,
I'm looking
actually,
forward more to
no,
Blade
but-
Runner than Thor.
Yeah, but things right. You have it over there in November. We have it over in October.
Yeah, but I don't think you're getting Blade Runner until late November.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it goes Blade Runner, Thor, like literally days before each other.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
And over here in the United States, we had the most, as you would say, most shite weekend at the box office since 2001. So that's interesting.
Holy crap! Really?
The number one film in the country made $10 million. That's a really bad. That
That
weekend.
is, yeah. I listened to an actual, I say podcast, just it'd be a radio show for you guys in America called Kevin and Bean, and they have a guy called Ralph Garman who does the film snob, like the film reviews, and he doesn't watch them, he just sort of reviews them up and says like all the box offices for the week. And yeah, I was doing it for the last couple of weeks, and it's been very lethargic for basically a holiday period with you guys.
It's not a holiday period though. That will change in the first week in September because Stephen King's adaptation, the adaptation of It, comes out.
Oh.
That thing's gonna own the box office for at least the rest of the month.
Aren't the kids off with you, like overdoing?
They come back.
Oh really?
The kids go back to school in late August. So
Oh, literally,
Oh,
because like kids go back with us now in the next 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
start
so
of September usually with us.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
what time?
kids
What
have
month
been
do
in
kids go off with you? Because you get longer summer holidays over there, do you? Summer vacation.
yeah, it's August, late August.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And when do they start?
when did it start? Is like
They usually start like I said, late August, and then they end in May.
Ah,
damn, that's pretty cool.
wow. Well, that's a nice chunk.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
that
get
is-
about a
have
month
like
and a half
billion-
here.
They got like a billion days off though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Yeah, that is very
here's
true.
spring break. Here's winter break. Here's every other Monday is a holiday.
Yeah.
January, you have like January. There's literally January, Martin Luther King Day, and then Teacher Training Day. Then in February, you've got President's Day, and then another Teacher Training Day. It's like, come on,
Damn.
they're never at school.
Damn. Man.
Get out of here.
Oh, I can't
So-
wait for the kids to go back though. It's just non-stop
Yeah.
around here. You know, it's like everyone's on holidays, roads are jammed, so they
Yeah.
just go back to school and leave me alone.
Amen. Well,
Grumpy
before we
Dan's
go-
coming out.
Before we go down that tangent too much, the film that we just talked about, that is again both sides of the pond. That is Netflix over in America and over in the UK. Might be across the board in any other locations too, but we definitely know it's in both in the UK and America.
And it is called Before We Go. And before we go, we got to talk about this month's release, which is a wonderful slice of reality based on a true story that I like to call it. It is called The Battle of the Sexes, and it stars Steve Carell and our reigning, defending Best Actress, Emma Stone.
Oh, Emma Stone.
Can't go wrong with Emma Stone. Can't go wrong with her.
Nothing wrong with Emma Stone at all. And now what this tells the story of is Billie Jean King having a tennis match with a man back in the 70s because apparently women were inferior.
Yep.
Spoiler alert, she kicked his ass.
Cool.
I think his name was Bobby Riggins, and he was an older tennis player at this point, past his prime, and he just kept talking the, running his mouth
Yeah, talking shit.
about women, talking the shit about women.
Yeah.
And I really think this is going to be awesome. This is the second of two tennis movies that are coming out this year that I'm really looking forward
Oh,
to.
is it the?
And
I know the other one you're going to mention. Is it the other one with the guy from Transformers? I forgot his name now.
I never thought I would say this in my life, but there are two tennis movies I'm looking forward to: it's Battle of the Sexes, and it's McEnroe versus Bjorn, which is Shia LaBeouf
That's it.
Oh god.
Yeah,
and
Shia
John
LaBeouf.
McEnroe.
Who's the other guy?
That is
again now?
inspired casting. I don't remember, but that is inspired casting.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf is John McEnroe.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's,
come
Dan,
on.
honest to God, to what I've seen,
Who is this?
it actually
Who
looks
is this
damn
tennis
good.
player? Is he the one that swears at the
Yeah,
referees? and
it's the
stuff?
one. Oh my
Yes.
God, you can't be
yeah.
serious.
You
You
jerk.
cannot be serious.
Yeah. Actually, I'm looking forward to that one as well.
Freaking
Yes.
genuine. I've seen
I'm
some
very
trailers. It
much
looks really
looking
good.
forward to this.
Looks
Oh, I
very,
love
very good. If I'm not mistaken, quick tidbit for you guys: a new trailer actually landed a day ago for this.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
It did, but I didn't have time to see it, nor did I have time to talk about it, because there's another movie I'm going to talk about next month that just had a trailer come out today that I'm very excited about. The trailer literally came out an hour before we went live here, and so I didn't have time to really gather my thoughts and discuss it. But I'm gonna give them a heads up on what it is. Let me just get to what I was talking about. I don't remember what movie it was, but I remember that I'm thinking that it just came out today, so I need time to digest this, and then I will discuss it. But just know that I already have the trailer for next month ready to go.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Brilliant.
there it is. I'm going to tell you what it is. Super Troopers 2.
Super Troopers.
Oh.
Wow. That's a throwback.
2.
Really?
Anyone want to guess what day next year this movie comes out?
What day?
April 20th. AKA 420.
That's a good one.
That's cool.
I was doing a noise there. She was like, "Oh, I get it." No, I don't get it until you said
Which
that.
for all of you people here, you need to know in Las Vegas that sort of partaking in that sort of substance is absolutely and completely legal within the confines of the state of Nevada.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool.
Cool. Yeah, look forward to that.
That's really, really
Yeah,
cool.
when was the first one out? Now was it 90s?
It was 2001 or 2002. I love the first one. I don't care what anyone says.
Super Troopers. Yeah,
Fun
it's a
film.
good movie.
It's a fun film. Yeah.
I will defend Super Troopers unabashedly. I think it got like panned by most critics. It was 2002. I was right.
That was well
but it
in
got
my
panned by
teens.
most critics.
That was well during my
But-
teen days. That was so. It was definitely. Up
I was
there.
like 15, so it was like perfect.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, we're the same age, aren't we? You're 29. Aren't you?
I'm about to be 30 in like 2 weeks.
Well, you're a bit older than me. Then I'm 30 next June. So.
I'm 30 already, boys. I'm freaking. Oh, it's not the prettiest of places to be.
Man.
You're halfway to 60.
I'm shamed. I'm so shamed.
Well, I'm looking to get into shape before I get to 30 anyway. So I'm going to be a sexy 30.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see.
I'm so glad I wasn't drinking. I might have choked. Spit take necessary.
Well,
Yeah.
Good God.
freaking.
Just you
okay.
see. Just you wait. I'll show you all.
Right. Well, anyways, freaking. I think that's the end of the Film Snob reviews. Is it? If I'm not mistaken, Will. Unless you got any plugs.
It is the end of all of the stuff we have to talk about with the 5 picks of the week. I definitely recommend everybody check out Battle of the Sexes next month in your local cinema. And of course, check out the 5 other movies we talked about and watch the trailer for Mother.
Yeah.
I think you just said, Paul, you wanted to discuss the interview that we're working on?
Yes. No, we won't discuss the name of who we have unless I've already spilled the beans. But the same time as well is that we've got a very interesting interview getting cordoned up by Will, who may as well. I'm gonna fanboy the fuck out of when he comes on. But the same time as well is that if we do get him on, it's going to be a special with us. So it will not be inevitably like Will coming on with us with our podcast. We're going to do a complete special on the side. It's just going to be me and Will for this one. And if we can pull this one off, motherfucker, like I can't wait. Literally, like I'm tingling with excitement just in case this guy can.
All of the you DPCast fans need to know is that this ain't no make believe.
No,
we are gonna make this happen.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
I just need a few days, and I swear to God, if Paul didn't get the reference I just made, I'm gonna be super mad.
Oh, got it. Like I'm rocking back and forth like look.
So you guys,
if
if we nail this, keep an eye out on my Facebook, on my Twitter and Facebook, and on these guys' Twitter and Facebook, because I might be asking for you guys to give me questions for our special guests once we reveal who they are. We'll give you a date and time.
Like and fingers crossed, like if we pull this one off, boys. Oh, boys and girls, genuinely, like this could be the next turn of the DPcast, and really, like we can only thank Will for this one. Will really did set up a lovely interview for this one. Like, honest to God, this is one name, as much as it might be to some people just a C-lister celebrity, to people of the organisation that he comes from, this is an A-lister to me, like massively A-lister. But is there any other plugs you'd like to plug in there, Willie boy?
Yeah, I got a few, of course. As I mentioned earlier, just go ahead and hit us up on Patreon because we need money. Go to Vocal, check us out, share all of the work we're doing and all the work that these boys are doing, because they're doing great work, and they're really trying to get you guys caught up on all of your hypotheticals, your pop culture, and of course now when I'm around with your film. Check out the 5 movies I've recommended, and this what I'm about to mention is of utter importance. If you guys don't go on to iTunes, like the podcast and review it, all of this is for naught, because that's how they're going to gain and we're going to gain position within the podcast realm and get more attention, and it's going to allow me to use my powers of convincing people to actually talk to me, to get better guests, to get more people to come on here. I can't wait for you guys to see what we've got planned. If you guys are fans of cinema and you want to tell me what you think of movies, I recommend you download the app Stardust. It's a reaction app. You get 30 seconds to tell somebody about the movies that you've watched and whether you like it or not. You can also discuss TV, and I also once a month will discuss, sometimes twice a month depending on the month, the wrestling pay-per-views that happen. I did a discussion. I did a 30-second react to SummerSlam and NXT Brooklyn TakeOver 3, which, by the way, was the best wrestling show of the year. That's not named Wrestle Kingdom, period.
Well, that had to be for a different podcast, maybe, when we might have you on for a possible new segment coming to the DPCast. But, Will, you don't know of one of our newer segments that Dan now finishes off our show with, do you?
No.
I say we get into the last segment.
If you're laughing hard and your sides have split, then you must have heard one of Dan's jokes.
And welcome back to another segment of Dan's Jokes. Okay, first joke, guys.
Go on,
you will. You ready? Okay, so it's quite related to the Wimbledon thing, actually. So, what time does Sean Connery get to Wimbledon?
What time?
Oh
Tennis.
my god.
That's so bad. Okay, next joke.
I don't know what's worse, the joke or his Sean Connery impersonation.
I know.
Tennis. It's not. I know. I haven't warmed up. Okay. Next joke.
I've got here roughly around tennis.
It's like the book. Oh no, I can't remember. It's gonna be crap if I say it now. Anyway, next joke. Mother Superior says to the sisters, "Sisters, there's a strong case of gonorrhea in the convent." To which one of the sisters replies, "Well, I hope it's better than the Sauvignon Blanc."
Oh god. What are you, a sommelier? Get out of here.
Holy crap.
Okay. Oh yeah.
This is so bad.
All right, guys.
Go on, boy. Hit me with a hit.
Here we go.
Hit me with the final jab.
Yep. What you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef.
Right. And with Dan's jokes over and done with, always nice to end with a bit of a giggle and a god, oh my god, what the hell is that?
Just head shaking. Just head shaking.
Will, I think you've literally forgotten to plug something.
I did. So we have shirts available on TeePublic, and one of the best shirts that we have is a really cool send-up of the Bullet Club. It's our FSR Club shirt. Take a gander at it. It's only $20. You can even get the stickers for $2.50. Take a gander, join the club, and you too can be super cool and up on your news and up on all your films with us here at Film Snob Reviews. Gentlemen, thank you once again for an awesome invitation.
It is a pleasure to have you on, and if you want to come and listen to Will on a regular monthly basis with us, the only way you can do that is literally going onto the DPcast and downloading this juicy goodness that we give you each and every week, and that is just by going onto iTunes, SoundCloud, or pretty much any Android podcast apps that you can do it on. Now, if you want to get us hold of us as it comes up, fresh as Dick's view, we do that, and we plonk it up onto Twitter and to Facebook, mostly Twitter, may I add. If you go onto Twitter at the DPcasters, capital D, capital P, capital C, ASTERS, and we live tweet it up so you can play it as you free will. Now, guys, it's been another great episode.
Oh yeah, it's always good fun.
Yeah.
Nice to have you again, Will.
It's Will, it's always a pleasure having you on, boy. Freaking, I always like having a freaking good chinwag, and you guys giving me all this film knowledge. Freaking, I swear this segment is just for me.
yeah. No, educate.
We don't need this. Only you need this.
I'm educating myself. The listeners don't listen. I'm listening.
Education, baby.
So, guys, it's been another good week. Will, say goodbye.
Goodbye, Will.
Dan, say goodbye.
Oh, Dan's joke's finished now. You can't,
That was better than any of the jokes you just said.
That's not the point, Will.
And that's been another week from you guys. Ciao for now.
Bye-bye.